have been elected.
And we are going live at the biodiesel protest in downtown Pullman, coming up on Murrow News 8.
Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Ariel Argel.
And I'm Celine Arif. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Pullman residents are protesting the biodiesel plant in downtown Pullman. Murrow News 8 reporter Brinkley Hill is there right now to tell us more about what's going on.
Go. Thanks, Ariel. I'm outside City Hall, and outside our driveway is a group of protesters over here who are handing out this pamphlet to bring awareness to the fact that the language in the rezoning application for the biodiesel plant has been changed. This is what they're handing out, saying that the heavy industrial site is being changed to heavy industrial research park, that a pig is still a pig no matter how you dress it. That's the quote today. They're saying that the petition on change.org does need to be re-signed because of the change in the language. Reporting live from City Hall, Brinkley Hill, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Brinkley. The family of one of the Moscow murder victims is pushing back on a gag order that doesn't allow their attorney to speak with the media. They released a statement through Facebook yesterday saying they believe the Idaho Supreme Court will allow their attorney to speak to the media on their behalf once it makes a decision on the gag order. The gag order went into effect in January and doesn't allow law enforcement or attorneys for anyone involved in the case to publicly speak to the media about the murders. The new ASWSU president and vice president were just announced. Luke DeShonahue told Murrow News 8 what he plans to do when he takes office this fall.
Yeah, there's a few things that Maccabee, my running partner, and I were really looking forward to during the campaign. The first one being increasing drug safety and education on campus. So possibly providing fentanyl strips to different organizations on campus is something we've thought about. And also increasing the amount of programmings about drug education. And then after that, we also want to work on the transportation and parking crisis.
WSU's State of the University is happening on March 28 at 3:10 p.m. This is one of several events taking place to honor the academic achievements of the university. The keynote address will be delivered by President Kirk Schultz and will be followed by Q&A. If you have any questions you'd like to be asked, you can submit it to the website shown on the screen. WSU is taking steps to improve overall undergraduate enrollment by recruiting more out-of-state students. With this plan, prospective U.S. students living outside of the state of Washington could be eligible for tuition support that could bring down the cost closer to what in-state residents pay. Apart from this, all out-of-state students who enroll at WSU this fall with grade point averages above 3.0 can receive up to $11,000 in awards annually. Lots of Cougs are headed home for spring break. Danny Flynn has the weather report for when you are leaving Pullman.
And find out which bar in Pullman has half-off drinks for International Women's History Month. Next on Murrow News 8. Ladies, one bar in Pullman has half-off drinks tonight and every Thursday in March. Murrow News 8 reporter Gabby Durante has more.
Well, it was way more packed than I thought it was going to be.
If you were thinking about coming here on Thursdays for the whole month of March, make sure to get here sooner than 8 because the bartender told me that the line went from here all the way down to that corner.
In honor of International Women's Month, the Emporium is hosting Ladies' Night on Thursdays from 8 to 11 p.m. where drinks are half off.
We had lines just wrapping around every bar area, and it was a lot of fun energy. A lot of girls
Emporium isn't the only one benefiting from this celebration because the proceeds made from Ladies' Night will go towards ATVP, which is the Domestic Abuse Treatment Center in the Palouse.
I didn't know that they were being supported by Emporium. That's really cool.
Reporting from Pullman, I'm Gabby Durante, Murrow, News 8.
We had some Murrow News 8 reporters on their way out of town this morning, and they were able to capture these moments. As you can see, several cars veered off the road, and you can tell it looks a little icy out there. Danny, can you tell us a little more about the weather before spring break?
Absolutely, Ariel. Yeah, actually in Pullman right now aren't so bad, but things are definitely going to get a lot worse before they get better. So as we'll see today, it's mostly cloudy. The sun's peeking through a little bit, but not too bad. 42-degree high, 34-degree low, and that wind's coming from the southeast at about 9 miles an hour. But if we take a look at tomorrow, things from tonight to tomorrow morning aren't going to get that much better at all, and they're actually going to get worse. So 41-degree for the high, 33 for the low, but there's going to be a lot more snow, making those conditions icy and hazardous. If you're driving back tonight and arriving sometime later tonight or even early tomorrow morning, be careful out there. The ice is going to be brutal. That wind is also going to pick up from the southeast at 15 to 18 miles an hour, so going to be a little bit chillier. Windbreakers are encouraged. Now, if we take a look at the state map, I'm going to step off the screen for a second here. You see over on the west side, we have 45 high in Olympia and 47 low in Seattle. Now, I mean, they're pretty much used to that at that point. It's just rainy and cloudy, same old, same old. But if we take a look at this middle part of the state here, Yakima and Tri-Cities. Tri-Cities has a high of 54 degrees, and it's sunny there. Yakima is also sunny with a high of 46, so wish I was there right now. If we take a look over on the west or on the east side again, it's not too bad in Spokane. Sunny conditions, 43 degrees, 42 in Pullman. Ominous conditions, waiting for what's to come. Now, taking a look at the 5-day forecast here, I wish I had better news for you guys, but it's basically going to be miserable for the rest of the week. We have, it's just cloudy on today, but for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be snowy, rainy, and icy. Be careful out there if you're traveling home. That's all for me, guys. Back to you at the desk.
Tonight's sports report is after the break. Austin, what updates do you have for us?
Yes, Ariel. Men's basketball is playing Oregon right now, and find out which WSU head coach was named Coach of the Year coming up next on Murrow News 8. WSU's women's basketball head coach, Cammie Etheridge, was named the Women's Basketball Coach of the Year by The Athletic. Etheridge led the Cougs to a 23-10 record throughout the season, while also winning the Pac-12 championship, defeating UCLA 65-61, who was the 5 seed in the tournament. WSU becomes the lowest seed to win the Pac-12 championship in history as the 7th seed. Etheridge also led the program to huge wins against Utah and Colorado in the tournament. Etheridge becomes the first women's basketball coach in Cougars history to win National Coach of the Year by any national publication. Speaking of the women's basketball team, they will host an NCAA tournament selection show watch party for all fans to attend. The event will take place Sunday at the Alger Family Club Room in Giesa Field. Doors open at 4 p.m. with the show starting at 5 p.m. The WSU's men's basketball team is currently playing the Oregon Ducks in the second round of the Pac-12 tournament. Right now, the score is tied at 70. The winner of the game will move on to the semifinals of the Pac-12 tournament and play the number 1 seed UCLA Bruins tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the Pac-12 network. The full game recap will be available for the 5:30 newscast.
Pullman could be named Barstool Sports' best bar town. Murrow News 8 reporter Alexander Huddleston has more on this when we return.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Popular digital media company Barstool Sports is holding their annual Best Bar Town in America bracket. For the first time ever, Pullman has found itself in the championship. We sent Alexander Huddleston to the Coug to see how exactly we can win against Syracuse. Alex?
Thanks, Celine. I'm right here actually at the Coug, some say the best bar in Pullman. But for the first time ever, Pullman is in the championship, I don't know how, for the best bar town in the country. And I'm here with Ollie, actually, who works at the Coug. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Pullman possibly being the champion of the country for being the best bar town in Pullman?
Well, it's not a possibility. It is the best bar in the country, okay? This place, it's like home to a lot of people, to a lot of Cougs, and we just have the best customers, and yeah, we just love it here.
All right, go Cougs, Ollie. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Yeah, make sure tonight you go tweet #PullmanBBT on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I don't know if you have a MySpace still. Who knows? But make sure you come to the Coug, sign your name on the wall, get a drink with some friends. But yeah, that's it for me. Sending it back to the desk with you guys.
Thanks, Alex. The Murrow College is sending students on 3 school-sponsored trips. The chair of the journalism department, Ben Shore, spoke to Murrow News 8 on why these trips are so important.
Our students work really hard on these trips, so we have high standards. They're very difficult to get into. A big part of our program is the experiential learning opportunities that provide students in journalism, but we also want them to get out and practice and produce content and go to interesting places, whether it's Nairobi or spring training. And it's just a great training ground for young journalists to have their kind of first experiences with professional media.
And stick with us, because coming up at 5:30, you will hear from students about the impact these trips will have on their careers.
Celine, isn't it so cool that Murrow students get the opportunity to go out of the country?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. We're so excited to tell you guys more about it. There's one trip in particular that's a little further than I think you guys would guess, and we're going to tell you all of that and more coming up soon.
Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
We'll see you at 5:30. Have a good night.